Good morning. My kiddo has requested Buckeyes for her volleyball game treat, so we're going to whip some up. It's really easy. You can get it done fairly quickly. I think the longest part of it is actually rolling the peanut butter into balls. And other than that, quick and simple, tasty snack, and it's homemade. Let's get to it. We're going to start with 7.5 tablespoons of butter, softened. You can use a stand mixer, you can use a hand mixer, doesn't matter. Get your butter into your mixer or your bowl or whatever. How are you guys doing today? Are you ready for Christmas? Are you ready for the nonsense that's going to ensue us in the next few weeks? I don't think I am. Here we are. Now we're going to need 1.5 cups of smooth or chunky, whatever you like. Plan on using just creamy peanut butter, but if we need more, we will use chunky. I don't want to open a new one until these ones are gone, so we're going to use them up. A little tip for you, little Pam in your measuring cup should help it come out a lot easier. Really? Oh boy. There's half. See? Works pretty good. I'm going to guess we're going to need about 1/2 cup of crunchy because we are almost out here. Perfect. There's 1 cup. Oh, waste not, want not. And that is 1.5 cups. There's about enough for a peanut butter sandwich left. You got your butter, your peanut butter. We're going to use 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. 1.5. Let's cream them together. And now we're going to add in 3 cups of white powdered sugar. 1, 2, and 3. Low speed until mixed. Knock it down off the sides as needed, and there will be a lot. Don't you dare. There we go. I plan on making a video the closer we get to Christmas for low carb, lower carb, keto style Buckeyes. Hopefully we can make that happen. I've made them in the past and they're absolutely phenomenal. But since these ones aren't for me, we're gonna make them regular. And that's what it should look like. You know me in my Sam's Club parchment paper. Take your baking sheet, line it with some parchment. Don't do me like that. Perfect. We're going to set this aside. We're going to scrape our sides, make sure this is all mixed in real good. And then we're going to take tablespoon-sized scoops, roll them into balls, and put them on our parchment. And then we have to put them in the fridge so they can chill and harden up. Looks pretty good. All right. I'm just going to use a spoon, grab a hunk, roll it up, make it into a ball, plop it on your parchment. My balls are never perfectly round, so we just roll with it. If you find that your peanut butter mixture is a little bit too squishy or wet, add more powdered sugar and remix. You don't want it to be wet. It's got to be pretty firm, but not dry. I should invest in a small scooper so I don't have to do this. I only have a cookie scoop, which is way too big for Buckeyes. Oh, it's definitely not going to work. So here we are, spreading them away into a ball. Perfect. It is a very messy job. I should have sprayed my hands with a little bit of Pam, but I did not. So here we are, covered in peanut butter. Depending on how cold or warm your kitchen is, will definitely dictate whether or not you need to use more powdered sugar or not. It's really warm in here right now, so it's already kind of getting squishy. This shirt is making me angry. If you use chunky peanut butter, they're not going to be perfectly smooth anyways, so keep that in mind. Seriously, bro? Let's try that. That's a little better. Just a little bit more powdered sugar is all you need. They're still messy though. Once all of your peanut butter mixture is rolled up into your cute little preferred size peanut butter balls, go ahead and put this whole entire thing right into your fridge. It needs to chill. It depends on how many you make and how much stuff you have in your fridge, but it can take up to a half an hour to get nice and firm. I would leave them in the fridge for at least 20 minutes. I wouldn't even attempt it before the 20-minute mark because you're going to end up with a giant mess once we start dipping into chocolate. So just leave them in there, go do something else. When it's done, set a timer, it goes off, come back, and you should be good to go. Our timer's gone off. Our peanut butter balls are now solid. We can play with them and dip them in chocolate, we shouldn't have many issues. Let's jump to it. Nice and firm. Perfect. All right, I'm gonna pop these back in the fridge while we are making up our chocolate dipping sauce, just so they don't get too mushy on us. You're gonna wanna grab yourself a microwave safe bowl. We're gonna start with that. I have some leftover melting wafers that we're gonna use up. Should be fine. Go ahead and you can use chocolate chips. Depending on what store you get your chocolate at, some places offer bricks and they're squares that you can break off. That's usually what I use. This time, this is what I have on hand, so we're gonna use this stuff up real quick and not have to go to the store. And I do have white and milk chocolate. We're going to need about 2 cups of chocolate and 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. So let's add all this together. That's about 2 cups. The coconut oil is going to help smooth and thin your chocolate a little so that it's easier to dip without you ruining everything, because these peanut butter balls, you have to work quick. The thicker the chocolate, the harder it is to get them to lay smooth. And also, mini cupcake baking cups work perfect for this because the Buckeyes fit right in there. They're good to go. 1 tablespoon. I use the Members Mark organic virgin coconut oil. This is like, I think $8 at Members Mark, so Sam's Club. Cheapest place to get it. It is a 56-ounce container. Well, when I bought it, it was $8. The way prices are, who knows what it's at now, but I still have about a half a jug left, so it lasts a long time. And here is 2 tablespoons. Ew. We're gonna pop that right in the microwave. Start with 30 seconds, pull it out, mix it up, pop it back in for 15-second increments until it's all nice and smooth. Ooh, that coconut oil smells so good. We're gonna pop that back in there. I'm actually gonna do another 30 seconds instead of 15. Wasn't quite melted enough. Give it another mix. It's starting to melt down real nice. That coconut oil gives it a nice thin consistency. 15 seconds at a time now. You do not want to overdo your chocolate in the microwave. Burnt microwave chocolate is absolutely disgusting. Normally I use a double broiler for melting chocolate, but we're in a hurry. Not quite. Getting there though. And that's what it's currently looking like. If I only knew how to use my microwave, we would be in good shape. There's a few small chunks left. We're gonna do 15 more seconds and then it should be perfect. And that is looking good. Okay, lay out your baking cups. You're gonna need toothpicks or a skewer stick or some type of stabbing mechanism. I typically use toothpicks. I usually have them easy. Now you wanna take your peanut butter ball, stick it in the center just like that. Dip, roll, and leave some on the top open. Can you see that? Perfect. You're gonna drop it right in there. Use the other toothpick, pop that sucker off. Voila. You have a peanut butter Buckeye. We'll deal with the top in a few. Uh-oh, that one's too big. You're gonna continue this process until all of your balls are dipped in chocolate. If your chocolate starts to harden up, you may have to add just a little bit more coconut oil and warm it back up for 15 seconds. Stir it up, make sure it's not weird, and then continue on. It's doing pretty good so far. And having mixed numerous different kinds of chocolate together, sometimes you never know what you're gonna get. We definitely could have went smaller with these. Uh-oh. Eek. And yes, sometimes you'll lose some of your balls in your chocolate bowl. That's the whole part of Buckeye making. Happens, it's normal. Firmer your balls are, the less likely that is to happen. But like I said, we're in a hurry. So our balls might not be the firmest at this very moment. Pretty solid though. Our chocolate's starting to harden up a little bit, so we are going to pop it back in the microwave for 15 seconds. Perfect. Let's move these guys over here and continue. Much better. Oops. This guy's a large ball. It's not even a ball. It's like dilapidated. I guess I could have taking a little bit more time with my ball making skills. They're starting to get squishy. Keep going until all of your balls are covered. The longer it takes you, the more squishy they're going to become towards the end here. You see my holes are bigger. And I'm almost out of chocolate, which is a disservice. And there we go. What I typically do to seal your little hole from your toothpick is take a spoon or a butter knife or some type of metal, and I heat it up on the stove just a little bit, not a lot. You don't want to burn your hand off. Turn it on. Starts to get red. Set it down on the very tip. Get that sucker hot, and it seals right over. Wipe it off. Heat it back up. Nice and smooth. Wipe it. You can leave the holes in there if you don't care. I don't really care, but I'm going to do something different with these. So I'm sealing the holes. And yes, this is hot, so be careful. Seal right over them. Sometimes you can get a couple of them done at a time, and then I'll show you what we're going to do to make them look a little cuter. Ooh, that one's really chocolatey. There's a lot of chocolate on that one. Oh, I burnt some chocolate. Damn it. Scrape that off there. We'll be good. Perfect. 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 Another piece of burnt chocolate. And that is all of them. And shut your stove off so you don't catch your arm on fire. What I like to do is just take a little milk chocolate chip and push it right in the center. And now you have the cutest little Buckeye. Super simple, super easy, homemade. What more could you ask for? Your kid's gonna be happy. Her whole team's gonna be happy, because this obviously isn't for just her, it's for the whole volleyball team. Perfect. And now we will load these up into our carrying case so that we can take them to the school. You don't want to move them right away. If they're soft still, the chocolate will get crinkly and then they'll be ugly. So let them harden up a little bit before you move your cupcake liners off your counter. And voila. Perfect. We're gonna pop that lid on there. I am gonna put these in the fridge because we have to leave pretty soon, just to get them firmed up some more, so that way I don't have any issues with melting or anything crazy while I'm in the gym. If you enjoyed baking with me today, go ahead and hit that like button down below. Share this out to somebody that might need to know how to make some Buckeyes. And if you like the channel, go ahead and subscribe, and we are always doing something crazy. And I'm sure we'll be cooking up something else pretty soon, including those sugar-free Buckeyes. Till next time, bye.